Let me start with this path. This is the end of the second month and it's still blooming. Usually it goes about 3 months at least, and this thing is kind of stopped there. I don't know what happened. That is, she just growing another fan there. I don't know, I can't really tell if it's getting any bigger. This is from the third fan, and there's 2 fans there. And I almost certain that I can't get it, but it's growing something out from the side there. I don't know if there be the 5th fan or not. And well, that's about the only flower spike with bloom I have. Then I have all this African violet. This one like a rose. And this, you see it before, that's like number 3. And I think you see that before. The red one is not open yet. They start to put out a lot of bud and on the African violet. There's a little bud there. So, and there's another one there. Only time I have a lot of African violet bloom at the same time and really bloom a lot is October 2012, and I think I make a video of them all together, the one that is blooming. Anyway, let's go back to the orchid, and this is root 1 from the watching roots grow, and it still have the flower spike from last year, and it is growing a secondary spike there. And then you can see 2 flower spikes there. It start out, I thought it was going to grow 3 flower spikes this time, because if you look, not the root tip there, but the other one there. Right there, that's a tip of a flower spike. If you look from the other side, there's so many roots covered up. I mean, if you can look at it, it's not a root tip, it's a flower spike tip. I can't get it to focus. Oh, bright enough. But it's kind of stopped there, it is not growing. But, well, 2 flower spike and secondary spike from the last year. Flower spike. This is really very, very healthy orchid. A lot of roots. And this is root 2. Root 2 have the same thing as a flower spike from last year and grow secondary spike, and it just, so far I just see one flower spike growing, but it's growing leaf too, and it's putting out roots. Kind of proved me wrong on my theory that they do one thing at a time. They say no, I can do 3 different things, and it's grow roots all over the place. And root 3 is same thing. Secondary spike out of the spike left over from last year, and another flower spike growing, and this leaf growing. I wonder if once that leaf is fully grown it will put out another flower spike. Not, but I am not counting on it. A lot of roots. These roots kind of come out from the hole that I drilled for the air, and I accidentally damaged it. So let me pause. This one is from the pro and con of repotting. This is the only one that I repot, and it grow that flower spike after I repot. This is from last year, and it dried down to about right there, and I cut off, and I repotted again on 19th. That's about 20-some days ago, and when I watered it, water was backing up, so I decided I'm going to repot it. But that flower spike came out about about half an inch, and I thought, well, if I repot it, it's going to be, I'm going to lose that flower spike for sure. It's going to stop growing or something. And well, but I don't want to lose the whole plant if it's not if the water is not draining. So I went ahead and repotted and tried to keep everything the same position and everything, including put that roots wrap around just like the way it was before. And this is all new medium. I kind of putting foam in the bottom instead of a lava rock. It's kind of don't have any lava rock that I have to weather. If you use lava rock, you have to weather it. You have to soak it for a couple months just to weather it out before you repot it. This kind of an emergency, I don't have time to do that. So I put foam in the bottom just for the drainage, and it's did not stop it from growing. That flower spike keep growing, and I think it's healthier after I repotted the leaf. Is all nice and tangy, and so it's if you don't necessarily gonna lose the flower spike if you're repotting it. This is the one that I show you on watching roots grow again, and it was in a lot of video. In the watching roots grow again, I was repotting it in a plastic pot, and few days after that video it pulled itself out of the pot, so I put it in this clay pot instead. I cut this is just a regular clay pot, but I cut the slot around it just to improve drainage, and well, it dropped a couple leaves, and it's still kind of wobbly. It's getting a little bit better, and it put out a flower spike. Kind of worried me a little bit because this is still weak. But this is the one that I show many times since the the first video on the terminal spike orchid, and it has that purple flower. It's the one that is got from Just Add Ice. But it's a very healthy. Now this is the orchid with the base of Kiki. This is very small orchid. Well, it used to be in the sphagnum moss, and I repotted it into this is just a 2-inch pot with bark and some fine bark mixed with some sphagnum moss, and it kind of protests and drop leaf and everything, and I thought I lose this baby, and well, it start grow new leaf, and that one in front is a basil, the basil Kiki, and look at that, it grow a flower spike. And I think it's grow another one on the other side here too. It's so small, I have to look at it with a magnifying glass almost. I think there's another one on this side. This is that's and this is my terminal spike orchid, and I guess let me update this. I named him Task 2, and that's come from TSK, terminal spike Kiki, and I add A so I can pronounce it, so we Task 2. It has 3 roots now, and it's growing something down the stem there. And that is the basil Kiki that is growing, and the basil Kiki is putting out a flower spike. This is grow roots. The roots is so strange here. It has these roots that it has two roots in front and growing another one, and then it has 2 roots here that lay on top of each other, and there's another one going down and laying there on the top of the potting mix. And these roots here is come from the mother plant, not out of the base of Kiki. And look at that, it just come around and turn around and try to lay on top of that one. I'm not sure what's the matter with these 3 here, but it's like kind of strange, isn't it? But it's put out a flower spike. And this is the Task 1, and it's growing, doing very well, grow a lot of roots. And this root that come out of the pot, this is like a typical one is insecure, need a lot of hug root, try to go back into the pot, and the other one is I got to go here, and it's grow a lot of roots, and it also put out a flower spike.